Minister Fidan, Israel's move regarding Al-Aqsa Mosque is extremely dangerous. Foreign Minister Hakan Fidan stated, the terrorist organization Israel is obstructing worship at Al-Aqsa Mosque. This is the first time since the occupation of Al-Aqsa in 1967 that it has remained closed without interruption until the last Friday of Ramadan. Foreign Minister Hakan Fidan said this is extremely dangerous. Foreign Minister Hakan Fidan spoke at a joint press conference held following his meeting with Bangladeshi Foreign Minister Khalilur Rahman at the ministry, noting that the underlying issues fueling the conflict engulfing the region cannot be ignored. Fidan said, we have consistently drawn attention to the chaos caused in our region by the Netanyahu government's expansionist policies and fundamentalist ideology for a very long time. We cannot turn a blind eye to Israel's imposition of its own geopolitical calculations in the region through external interventions. Fidan noted that the Netanyahu government continues to violate the ceasefire in Gaza and that the humanitarian situation on the ground is worsening by the day, underscoring that the uninterrupted delivery of humanitarian aid and the fulfillment of Gazans' basic needs, particularly shelter, are an urgent priority. The move regarding Al-Aqsa Mosque is extremely dangerous, pointing out that Israel is taking steps to create a new fait accompli in the West Bank in order to undermine the two-state solution. Fidan said, settlers in the West Bank are martyring our Palestinian brothers and sisters every day. On the other hand, Israel's closure of the Al-Aqsa Mosque to worship is an extremely dangerous step that could trigger a new wave of unrest in our region. This dangerous provocation must be abandoned immediately, and the necessary respect must be shown for these sacred sites, which are a shared responsibility of humanity, he said. Fidan emphasized that Israel seeks to drag Lebanon back into a humanitarian disaster and lasting political instability, noting, we are frankly concerned that Netanyahu is moving toward a new genocide under the pretext of fighting Hezbollah. The international community must act immediately in the face of the crimes Israel continues to commit. Turkey will resist any provocation. Fidan assessed regional developments from Turkey's perspective following the U.S.-Israel attacks on Iran and Iran's retaliations, stating Turkey will resist any provocation. Our President Recep Tayyip Erdogan's resolve on this matter is absolute. Turkey does not wish to be drawn into this ongoing and just war. We are absolutely opposed to being dragged into this conflict. We also possess a firm resolve not to succumb to provocations, noting that Turkey's deterrence and military capabilities are extremely strong. Fidan stated that, when considered strategically and wisely, they always have a clear idea of when and where to deploy this power. However, he emphasized that diplomacy must take effect as soon as possible in this conflict.